Hello YouTube. This is a video containing my favorite speedrunning glitches in no particular order. I will touch on each glitch as going into an in-depth explanation would make this video much longer, but I plan to release glitch explanation videos for some of these glitches in the future. The first glitch we have is Ocarina of Time's Wrong Warp. The Wrong Warp is an amazing and game-changing glitch. The glitch essentially involves landing on the edge of a blue warp while performing ocarina items, which is a glitch that allows you to play an item as an ocarina. The purpose of this is so that we can press the cancel button and exit the blue warp's pull so that we can make our way towards the door we came into. Through precise movement and positioning, we should be able to open the door on the last frame before the blue warp takes us away, which writes some unintended addresses into memory, and by complete coincidence, these values being written warp us to Ganon's castle. This is by far the fastest way of completing the game, and it is such a miracle that it exists and is also RTA viable. This next video is not really a video of a glitch per se, but rather an incredible RTA achievement in the realm of Super Mario 64. Carpetless refers to the star, the big house in the sky, without the use of the flying carpet. This trick saves around a minute, which is a lot of time. However, it is so incredibly hard and pixel perfect, with a much less than 1% success rate, that it is unlikely that it will ever be done in an actual 120-star speedrun. It makes it especially difficult considering that this trick would come at the very end of the run, about 90 minutes in. It requires the runner to achieve a series of wall jumps with perfect angles and positioning, with no consistent setup being known. The runner must then ground pound at a specific frame to clip onto the roof. Every single step of this trick has an extremely low likelihood of success, and many runners have been trying to make the trick more reliable for years, with no success. Wind Waker HD's barrier skip may not have been as long sought after like the Wind Waker SD barrier skip, but it is still an incredibly huge discovery and an amazing glitch. In order to perform barrier skip, one needs to get enough speed using a glitch called item sliding, which allows you to gain massive speed. You will then need to position yourself in a precise spot and aim to get an angle with a value between 48,304 and 48,319. which are the angles that are known to work for this setup. If you're within this range of angles, you can then begin the item slide forward for about 1.5 seconds, then quickly press and release up on the left control stick and tap ZL. From here, Link will begin to slide along the barrier until he hits a certain position, at which point he will clip through, provided that the angle is within the range specified and that Link has anywhere between 40 to 6,000 units of speed. Zelda II is a game that does not get enough love in the Zelda speedrunning community, but features an incredible amount of skill and interesting glitches, one such being the red healer glitch. This glitch is done twice, once 30 seconds into the run and once 10 minutes into the run. The glitch consists of standing in a certain position and talking to the red healer on two specific subpixels. As such, this glitch is double subpixel frame perfect, and is unbelievably hard to pull off consistently, since you can hit the right pixels and still not get the glitch due to having the wrong subpixel positioning. If done correctly, we will warp to the glitched town appropriately named Glitch Town, where we can activate a glitch called Screen Lock. Screen Lock has some pretty crazy uses which sort of break the game. As one can see, traversing through the final dungeon does not quite look like it's supposed to. This glitch is an awesome credits warp in Kirby's adventure that is incredibly hard to pull off. I am not entirely sure if this glitch has a name, since it is simply a clip through the floor followed by a credits warp. However, it allows for the game to be completed in less than a minute. The way it works is Kirby first has to attain the stun ability, which is done by sucking in these two specific enemies at the same time. You then have to perform an extremely low jump, which is done by holding down the jump button for the fewest frames you possibly can, while standing on the correct subpixel and you will fall through the ground. This clip is incredibly hard and took me an hour of attempts while playing at 25% speed to get for the first time. Doing it in RTA is much harder. Once you clip through, if you touch the waterfall, the run is over. You are stuck. If you enter the water at a bad height, you will trigger the I'm in water effect, and the run is essentially over as you can no longer use your stun ability. This actually happened to me in this video. However, I was still enough in the wall that I could leave the water and re-enter at a height where the game thought I was still on land. The credits warp is done by activating the stun ability and then pausing exactly 13 frames after activating the ability. If you pause too soon, the game pauses. If you pause too late, the game crashes. If done correctly, you get warped to the credits. The doghouse glitch is a really cool glitch that is used in a lot of the major glitches categories in Link's Awakening DX. Link's character model can essentially clip a few pixels into corners or walls, depending on how he walks into them. If we clip a few pixels into the wall by the doghouse, we can enter the doghouse from behind, which is not how you are supposed to, and you will instead be warped to a glitchy mess area. This glitched area that you are warped to changes depending on how many enemies you have killed since you last restarted the game, and allows you to do many different things. In an any % ace run, you can simply run to this chest, which along with some other shenanigans allows you to complete the game. In an any % no ace run, you can use it to grab the ocarina out of this glitchy area, and then do it again to run straight to the final boss. This glitch is super cool and lets you do a wide variety of things within the game. While I must admit I have never played SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom, I think it is an incredibly cool speed game with a ton of cool tech. The coolest piece of tech within Battle for Bikini Bottom is probably the glitch called cruise boosting, which is an essential glitch which allows you to gain more speed and reach unintended areas, sometimes with unintended characters. This glitch is performed by activating a cruise bubble and bubble bowl on the same frame against a flat surface. The amount of speed that is added onto SpongeBob's base speed is based on the speed on the first frame of SpongeBob's bubble bowl. This glitch is really awesome and allows the game to be much faster paced and action-packed, which is why I really like it. Rooster Adventure in Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons is a glitch that I spent a lot of time discussing in my Spectacular Zelda Summer of 2019 video. However, I will briefly cover it here as well. The glitch is done by filling up a certain type of memory in the game which stores certain types of objects. One of these objects that is stored in this memory is the cutscene trigger before the final boss, which is supposed to warp you away if you try to enter the final area without all of the necessary requirements for being there. The idea is, if we can duplicate enough roosters in a very specific way of loading them into memory from the back of the memory to the front, we will be able to fill up this memory to the point where the cutscene trigger does not load in. This glitch is incredibly hard and precise to do, and the amount of near frame-perfect pause buffering is incredibly nerve-wracking. Each time I pause buffer, I'm essentially doing one little action at a time in an attempt to fill up more memory, so that when I transition to the screen with the rooster, the game loads it into the furthest down memory slot. It is essentially barrier skip in a 2D Zelda game, and how it is achieved is really cool. So I'm a big fan of Rooster Adventure and the fact that it has cut out 45 minutes from the any % run. Like Battle for Bikini Bottom, I have never actually played Sekiro, but being a Souls veteran, I hold a deep respect for this game and its speedruns. One of the cooler aspects of the speedrun is the air swimming glitch, which allows the player to swim through the air towards whatever their heart desires. Most of the areas in this game are on the same map, and so if we can swim through the air in a certain direction, you can enter later areas of the game much earlier. The glitch is activated by swimming out of a body of water outside of the intended area of leaving the body of water, so that the game never tells the player that they stopped swimming. The player is then free to swim around wherever they want to before they cancel the glitch by entering back into the water and leaving it as intended. The last glitch on this list are the fairy fountain hovers in Majora's Mask. All of the fairy fountains in the game are located on the same map, however only the fountain that you entered is visible. The other fountains are still there, you just can't see them. This means that if we are able to hover out of bounds and then jump into another fairy fountain, we can simply leave and be warped to wherever the entrance of that fairy fountain is located. This glitch is used a lot in Majora's Mask speedruns, and I think it is such an awesome discovery that all of these locations exist on the same map. Thank you all for watching my video, and I hope you all share the enthusiasm for really cool speedrunning glitches as I do. If you liked the video, it would be awesome if you could leave a like or a comment, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day.